everyone, Rebecca here for a portfolio update. Yes, I did cut the hair. Yes, it's still crazy, but at least there's less of the crazy. So that's a plus in my book. Today we're going to take a look at where my portfolio is, how it's done over the previous month. I did have one huge goal accomplished. I have officially finished maxing out my Roth IRA as of today, the day that I'm filming this. This video should go up either Thursday or Friday. Today is Wednesday, May 12th that I'm filming this. So yay, the 2021 Roth is done. We'll finish coloring in my color chart. We will also take a look at where all of my current portfolio positions stand. So let's start with that first. We will jump into my budget spreadsheet and take a look at my FIRE and investing portion of the budget. Okay, here it is. This is the investing and FIRE tracking portion of my budget. I update my portfolio balance at least once a week in my spreadsheet. I just updated it today for this video. So starting at the top here, I have an M1 finance account. I have a regular taxable account and my Roth IRA with M1. As I mentioned earlier, I needed to send $1,300 to finish maxing out my Roth IRA, and I did that today. So yay for that. The Roth IRA is done for 2021. I have completely maxed out a Roth IRA for 3 years in a row now, and I've had a little bit of growth there as well. The annual limit for a Roth IRA is $6,000. I've done that for 3 years now, so that means I've contributed $18,000 to this account, and the current account balance is $20,429.16. So I've had a little bit of growth there. That's great. Taking a look at my M1 finance account here, this is the taxable portion. This is where I hold all of my dividend stocks that I have, and my speculative positions are also in my taxable account at M1. I am in the process of doing a in-kind transfer from Fidelity to M1 Finance. So if y'all have been following me for a while, you know that my MindMed position is with Fidelity. I have 377 shares at a cost basis of 43 cents a share. I'm wanting to get all of that transferred to M1 Finance. That way I can start using my Fidelity account for options trading. I'm hoping that I can get that transfer sorted out soon. I started that last week, and I actually got an email from M1 Finance yesterday that Fidelity had rejected the transfer for some reason. So I sent an email to Fidelity to ask why though, and hopefully they'll get back to me soon and I can get all of that sorted, and then I can get going with my options. Sorry for the beeping. I am also trying to meal prep. That was my air fryer going off. My chicken is done. This is my one night off before I work a couple more nights in a row. So I've got the dishwasher going, I've got chicken in the air fryer, and I'm trying to film a video and get everything done in my one day off. Anyway, y'all can see that my speculative slice for M1 Finance has been in the red for a while now. Let's update this to just the previous month. Yeah, negative returns. I'm down about 13%, but to me, that just tells me that it is a buying opportunity. And every time I get a referral for M1 Finance, I throw more money into this speculative slice because it is hurting so bad right now. I feel like this is a good buying opportunity. I'm still a long-term bull on these ARC funds. I still think Hyliion has a chance, and I'm a long-term holder on MindMed as well. So when I see blood in the water like this, I want to buy more. Taking a quick look at my dividend portfolio, this slice of my taxable account has been doing a little bit better over the last month. Everything is green. All of my sectors anyway are green. If we take a look at my individual holdings for my taxable account though, we can see if any of the dividends are actually in the red. Like I say, my speculative slice has been doing the worst here, but yeah, I only have one single dividend holding that's in the red right now. It's only down by 2.79%. So yeah, when I get extra money in, I want to take advantage of these positions that are hurting a little bit more than my dividend positions right now. So anyway, that's my thoughts there. I am not contributing any of my own money to my taxable account right now. I've got other goals I'm working on, mainly my Roth IRA. So let's take a look at that now that it is finished. I have no idea why it invested all $1,300 except for 3 cents of that. Oh well, I guess I'll just have a 3-cent cash balance until next year when I start working on my 2022 Roth IRA. My Roth is completely made up of various Vanguard ETFs. I have done a whole investing playlist to explain why I've chosen the funds and the individual stocks that I have in my portfolio. If y'all are interested in that, I'll link to that at the end of this video. But overall, for the Roth IRA, I am up a good bit. Let's see how the last month was. The last month is a little bit in the red, but that's okay. Honestly, the markets the last couple of days have been struggling a little bit, so I'm not concerned with this at all. Again, this is another buy and hold long-term passive investing strategy. That is the thing that I love about M1 Finance the most. If you are a lazy passive investor, you really don't want to look at this stuff all the time, you're not as nerdy as me, then M1 Finance really is the way to go. They make it super simple to invest. Moving back over to the budget spreadsheet, my Fidelity account. This one, it's a little bit more difficult to show on my desktop because it shows my account number, so I'm not going to actually take you into that Fidelity account of mine, but just know the only thing in there is my position with MindMed. Again, it's 377 shares at 43 cents per share. It has grown a lot, and I'm trying to get the MindMed position switched over to M1 Finance. Now, I did have a cash emergency fund in an Ally high yield savings account. I have moved that $5,000 I had in there over to my checking account. The plan is whenever the transfer is finalized from Fidelity to M1 Finance, I'm going to put that $5,000 into Fidelity and use that as leverage to get started with options trading. I'm not going to actually invest that $5,000. I'm just going to use it to be able to sell cash secured puts. So I went ahead and put the $5,000 balance in Fidelity, but I haven't actually made that transfer yet. The $5,000 is still sitting in my checking account. I'm just waiting for this transfer to get sorted, and then I'll move the $5,000 to Fidelity. So $1,100.93 of this Fidelity balance that y'all see is my MindMed position that will be transferred over to M1 eventually. Lastly in here, my 403B is my work-sponsored retirement account. I've gotten one paycheck in so far in May. So the $294.15 is my contribution, and the $168.08 is my employer match. My current balance on my 403B is $94,317.26. It is down a little bit from last month. That's okay. Again, like I mentioned, the markets are being a little bit shaky here recently, but that's all right. Again, just another good buying opportunity, good time to put more money in. But I am really excited for the day when I can get my retirement account up over $100,000. That'll be another nice milestone to achieve there. So grand total for my portfolio as of today, it is sitting at $123,595.32. I did see $125,000 earlier this week, but it started dipping back down a little bit with this market shakiness going on. That's okay. I am not doing much of anything about the current market situation. I know that some people who are heavily invested into more speculative plays are kind of struggling at the moment, but the vast majority of my entire portfolio is the S&P 500 through Vanguard. That is what my 403B is. When I talk about the speculative plays that I have with the different ARC funds, with MindMed, with Hyliion, y'all know that that is only one small slice of this M1 taxable account. So guys, it is a teeny tiny portion of my total portfolio. There is nothing wrong with getting into speculative plays if that's your thing. Just make sure that you're mitigating your risk when you do that. So my goal as of right now, before I declare myself financially independent, I want to hit $1.2 million. That is just my regular fire number. That's not lean fi, that's not my FU money number. That is just a number that I would feel comfortable to declare myself financially independent and feel like I would very likely never have to work another day in my life if I didn't want to. So with a portfolio size of $123,600, I am 10.3% of the way to my financial independence number. And this savings rate calculation here, y'all, this updates as I fill out my budget for the month. So this number will likely go down as the month goes on. Don't get too excited for a 53% savings rate. It would be great if I could maintain that for the whole month, but kind of doubt it. We'll see how the month ends up whenever I do my full budget review at the end of the month. That brings us to my Roth IRA color sheet. It is time to color in the last section for the 2021 Roth IRA, guys. This is why I like to focus on one financial goal at a time. I can make such good progress whenever I feel like I am putting all of my extra money towards one thing. I did my 2021 Roth in 4 big chunks here, and it's done now, and I can move on to my next goal, which is trying to get my car paid off early. So yeah, let's finish coloring this in. Okay, there we go. I know I have the coloring skills of a kindergartner, but that's okay. And all of my markers are running out of ink, but that's also a good thing because that means I've been hitting financial goals, right? So yeah, I need to get me some new highlighters. Anyhow, this Roth IRA is in the books. I can now move on to getting Robert De Niro, my car, paid off early. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this look at the portfolio review for the month. I am happy to have that Roth IRA finished. Hello. Sorry. Let's try it from this side. I'm happy to have the Roth IRA done. I am happy that the portfolio is still making progress. Sure, I wish it was $125,000 so I could have showed you guys that today, but it is what it is. The markets go up and they go down sometimes. We're due for a correction anyway. Everybody's been talking about the next market crash, right? Buy in more if you're able, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh, that is the best spot right there. Got the itchiest ear ever. Rub it. Oh, man.
Huh?